We will call to order. Yeah, I know we still didn't have, but anyway, we do now at 5:36. We will call to order. And acknowledge that we are meeting tonight, as usual, on the traditional and present lands of the Upper Coconut Dena'ina people, and we're grateful for that. Roll call. Deb Bronson's here. What are you reading these days, Deb?
Something called Good Energy.
Wow.
Casey means it's just eat right, get outside, move. But she's a doctor, so she goes down to cellular things that I just go over and focus on.
Focusing on good energy. Megan, how about you?
I'm reading Audition by Katie.
Audition?
Audition.
Okay. Lydia is not here presently. Jen wrote me and said that she would not be able to make it.
Oh, okay.
Things happening in her life.
Alrighty.
Mark?
So I'm reading yet another, or I just finished another noir novel. This one is like Pittsburgh noir. It's called 3/5, about mixed race, couple mixed race people, more white supremacy and stuff. It's good.
Set in Pittsburgh, my hometown.
Oh, you're from Pittsburgh?
I am.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Rachel is not here. Haven't heard from her. Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong. Rachel did drop my note and said that she was not going to be able to make it. Menica, I heard your voice.
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm currently reading a collection of poetry by Sharon Olds, and it's her collection of odes. It's just called Odes. I've only read a few of them so far, but I'm really enjoying them, so would recommend.
Thank you. I am here and I'm reading Cheerfully I Refuse by Leaf Enger. I have loved Leaf Enger as an author since, oh my gosh, just blanking on the first title I read. Okay, anyway, long time, forgot the title. He's a great author. This is a dystopian novel that he actually manages to make sound hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
The deft readers. So you have your agendas in front of you and the minutes from last month prepared by Rebecca. Let's start with the agenda. Does anybody have anything they would like to add or remove? If not, would somebody move to accept it?
I'll second.
Deb will move and Megan will second. All in favor, say aye.
Bye.
Okay, we've got an agenda and the minutes from August. Oh, thankful for you. Okay. Anybody want to second it?
I'll second.
Mark will second it. All in favor of accepting the minutes from August 20th, please say aye.
Aye.
And it's accepted. I'm guessing you're Kelsey.
I am.
And that you are going to be talking to us about scholastic.
Yeah. Take over this, it's fine.
I'm sorry, that was a terrible introduction. You're the youth services coordinator.
Yes, not the coordinator. I'm just a youth services librarian, one of your friendly neighborhood librarians here. Thank you. It's everything that I want to be all the time. So let me see. I didn't print anything out because I wanted to, just save paper, but also so much of it is found online. Weird sitting at a computer that's not yours. Do I need to share the screen to Teams?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And do the whole screen, I guess. All right, so hello everybody. this, I'm going to teach you a little bit about Scholastic Teachables right here, which is great for if you work with kids, if you have kids, if you know anyone with kids. Just, it is a wonderful resource just to supplement school learning, just to give them activities to just bring the learning home. Olivia's waiting in the lobby. Do I accept it?
Oh,
Okay.
please do, please.
I'm running the meeting now. That's great. Okay, so you get here just from our resources page. If you missed that, it's just, I'm assuming y'all are familiar with this. It's under Scholastic Teachables, and then all you need to sign on is a library card. Nope. Oh, there we go.
You know yours by heart.
I have two that I know by heart. Yes, because this is my staff card. I also have my personal one as well. So once you get to Teachables, it looks like this. It's a pretty, we don't need your tour, I'm giving the tour. It's a pretty easy to navigate website, in my opinion, because usually people are looking for activities for a specific age range or a specific topic. We have a lot of families using this for like preschool activities, and they know how to get there. So as you can see, it just gives you the menu there. You can search by topic. If you're like, yes, we are working on phonics right now, you can go to this list and be like, yes, I want the reading. I want reading comprehension, decoding, all that kind of thing. Again, here's where you can also say, I have a preschooler, so let's see what activities there are for them. And it really just complements almost everything that they can learn in school. So you can see there's early learning, handwriting, health and safety, language arts, math, just everything. This is also for people who just work with kids. Let me go. This is different. There we go. This is just slightly different than how it was scaled on my computer upstairs. So there's also like if you don't need teachers and they need help with bulletin boards or calendars or checklists, it's here to support teachers as well. So as far as the actual activities themselves, we like to focus on the mini books here because of course we're the library and we love literacy related things in particular. And these are just little books that, you know, you can print out and color in and assemble. So it's not only just the literacy component, it's also the fine motor control. It's also just like a creative opportunity for kids. And yeah, this one is a decodables book, so it's all just focusing on that short A sound. It tells you what age is this for, what subject it qualifies as, just everything that you need at a glance to form a lesson around this or just to know what is in the activity. And yeah, we are happy to print them here for people, but they are of course optimized for printing, so parents, caregivers, teachers can also just do this at home. I don't know why it's not opening here. But here, we'll just go to see inside here. So it's just, yeah, just a very, very simple thing that you can just print off and color, and it just brings the lessons to light in a little bit more than just, here's a worksheet, do it. Oh, here we go. Again, this is different than my computer upstairs. But they're just silly, they're just, I don't know, they just make it fun. They make it a little bit of fun. What I really love too is just from this main page, they also give you just like whole packets at a glance. So like here is the entire September pre-K printable packet. So you're like, I have no idea where to start. I want a little bit of everything. Here you go. It is 33 pages long and it covers language arts, math, reading, writing, early learning, Latin American and Hispanic, Latino American history, just all sorts of things right in one document. They kind of curate it for you. So it's thematical to the seasons, to the holidays, to all that stuff. And it also ties in with what they will be experiencing at school. Again, this one is the pre-K one, but normally like the school age ones would also tie in. And yeah, it's written for the parents, for the caregivers, so that it's not just something that you print off and handwrite to the kid. It walks the caregivers through what to do. So like here is an activity calendar you can do where you can choose how many you do. It gives you just a little blueprint to follow of like, yeah, we're gonna write the word September on a sheet of paper, cut apart the letters and see how many different words you can make. So very simple activity is not necessarily groundbreaking, but for busy parents, for teachers, for anyone who just needs a place to start, this is wonderful. And then again, you can print it out, color it, and then kids get the joy of crossing things off and seeing it happen. Yeah, and there's songs, there's finger plays, there's like mazes and activities, there's mini books, there's so much good stuff. So yeah, and here this just talks about how to set your kid up for success. So like how to get them ready for school in this case. They're talking about getting ready for a routine. So you can start introducing them to cues when it's transition time and, you know, play a song, play a tune. When this happens, we're going to do this. And that's just getting them ready for those school skills of following the routine, following directions, and just all that kind of stuff. They do go up until it says grade 8. I don't know how many 8th graders would be thrilled to be doing these at home necessarily, without it being like, oh gosh, it's just more school. But again, if you're like, hey, my kid is just struggling with this one topic and I just need a little bit more and I don't just want to Google whatever it is and be at the mercy of whatever I find there, here are some like verified tools. And yeah, a lot of this gets beyond me too. There's a nice family hub for browsing right here where you can just like, hey, I have a 2nd grader. I don't even know where to start. What do you have? And then there are 10,000 plus results right here. And you're like, okay, well, my kid really needs some help with math. You can choose that over here. You can choose specific kind of math. You can choose if you want it to be like, oh, math, arts, and crafts or math flashcards. Like, so it hits all the different types of learning that kids are primed to, like, however, all the different styles of learning that kids have. And yeah, one of my favorite things is just also that most of this is in English. There is a tiny world language collection. Again, where did it go now? So there are some materials like in Spanish and sign language. So again, mostly for English speakers, but if you need like just, I don't know. I wish they would beef this part up a little bit because you know how there were 10,000 results for the 2nd grade? Here, there's 523 results for Spanish across all grades. So that would be wonderful to have more, but there is something at least, which I know we do get questions about that of like, where can I go to find these things? And we're like, we are not necessarily these language speakers, but here's at least something to help you along the way.
So Scholastic has a big Spanish speaking book collection. When my kids were little, that's where I get my cheap Spanish books for my kids to read. So it's interesting they don't have
that it hasn't translated.
Yeah.
And then just the new tab is probably where you're gonna find the most relevant, the newest stuff. So here they've got things coming out for October already, so you can just plan ahead and get ready to go. And just, I don't know, we love it. We've had the most application I've seen of this is we have some homeschool families come in and they're like, where can we get activities for this? And so we've started offering, like, we can make you what's called like what we call a homeschool toolkit, where it's like, you tell us what you're working on and we can find you some books. We'll find you some activities. We'll print off the teachables for you. And then you can just pick up like a whole stack of it. So we did just have a woman pick up a stack earlier last week. And we're like, yay, thank you for using it. We want you to use all of our resources. So yeah, we're happy to, all you need is a library here to get set up. We're happy to walk you through, help handpick some of those things for you, but really it's just a tool to help supplement that learning when you have no idea where else to go. Or if you're just like, I need something else that's age appropriate, that's relevant to what they're learning in school, that's engaging and like, and it's a known name, it's Scholastic. So it's known in the publishing world. So yeah. Are there any questions about Scholastic Teachables?
How long have we had?
I believe we got it in 2022-ish. Approximately, yeah. A few years. Not terribly long.
How used is it, you know?
I don't know offhand. I don't have those stats, unfortunately. That's probably a Celia question. The people that we have talked to that use it, love it and use it. That, which I do know. They're like, yes, we love printing out the new books. We go and like, we do the modules and we do like their little monthly collections and we keep up our progress that way. So it's got a very good fan base. I just want everyone to know about it.
I spent a lot of money for that about 20 years ago.
Right? And then just, I guess one last thing, I didn't click on the differentiation collections, and it's just, again, to help align with everything. These are like the editor's picks, I guess, up here, but it's just, it offers things across a variety of levels in a variety of ways, so that like, it's, I guess, mainly for teachers, but if you're like, I don't even know what learning style my kid is, I don't know what sticks, here's all of it, figure it out, see what they respond best to, and then you can kind of narrow down from there. So yeah, it's just so open-ended. There's so many things. I think they bill it as having more than like 75,000 activities on here, which if there were 10,000 plus for 2nd grade, of course that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I think it's good to know, be reminded that this costs or can cost or has cost money. And our public
yeah.
library is,
Hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
I bought all of that stuff for my kindergartners.
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, Thank you, library.
Yeah. So again, if you know any parents, any caregivers, babysitters, tell the teachers this exists. We want everyone to just know how awesome and in depth it goes. It's not just like, oh, here's one simple thing. Like, no, here they will walk you through all of the phonics. There are so many different mini books to print on here. It's just, and they're constantly adding new things too. So it's not just like, oh, we did this again and they haven't updated in 5 years. Like, no, they are constantly pushing out new content. So it's a very valuable resource.
Fantastic. Any other comments? Yes. Don't you wish you had this, Mark, when they were learning Spanish? Yeah.
I did not have a printer or an internet.
Right.
Well, nobody did, so we didn't know what we were missing.
Right. All right. Well, that's the last of Teachables. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
If you have any questions, come talk to your friendly youth services librarians. We would love to help.
I know. I love this part of our meeting to find out more things that I didn't know about the land. So next, okay, so tell us where to look in our packets for the
Okay.
second quarter performance value results. Or you call that something else.
Well, it is, this one. I could show people.
A packet, yeah.
Yeah, it starts off with the Anchorage Public Library and then Mission. Well, yep, that's the one. And then the budget summary should be, I think, after. They kind of go together.
Yeah. This one?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Shall I, those who are online, do you want, I can display this for you. They are, let's see, I have. Here it is. Okay, let's see. What order are they in? Go to it and then I will. Where's the budget
There's the
summary?
budget.
Okay, we can start with that one. Let's start with that one.
Yeah.
Go hit share. Share. And this one. Okay, very good. So this is the budget summary. So the budget summary and the PVRs go together. So our PVRs are our, what do you call it? Performance measures. And so when we submit our budget, we have to submit our performance measures because they kind of go hand in hand. So that's why I thought it's budget time. We submitted our budget. So I kind of wanted to share that with you all and let you know what we're, what we asked for and what we're looking at. And then, and if you haven't seen our performance measures, and this is our second quarter, it goes through our second quarter. So I can kind of go through that with you. So for the budget summary, kind of our theme this year is staffing and security. And when we get to the performance measures, you'll kind of see a little why we're focusing on that. But so what we kind of did this year was we had to present a flat budget. And so we did that. But we added into that budget a position for, actually would be for the youth services, but primarily to help out in the teen services area. So how we had moved the teen underground up over here. And yet it can't be, we don't have somebody who is there all the time, and we don't have anybody here with the at the new book. So it's pretty vacant. And so we need staff, and it goes with security. We have had more incidents this year to date than we had the entire last year.
Wow.
So it's, yeah. And we've been shifting things around. We had a space audit, and he kind of gave us some ideas of how to improve sight lines. And so with all of that, we're, like lowering shelves and moving desks. And then all falls under a safe and welcoming environment, and so we're looking at adding an additional staff person on the second floor, and then as well as an additional security officer who would probably be on the 3rd floor. That's what we're thinking. Right now, we have roving officers, and we don't have dedicated officers on each floor, which according to our space audit, we should have 5 in this building
Hmm.
at all times, and we don't. So this would kind of get us there. Well, it's interesting because one of them, it depends on the time of day, and then one of them is always in the security room back there, so they're not out roving. And then another one works partially for the municipality as well as us and isn't always here. So, if you look at the schedule, it's like, oh, right, you have so many, but not necessarily. So that one roves, but once again, they're not always here. And then we have 2 other ones who walk around during the
You got
day.
4-ish.
4-ish, right? 2 that
Mhm.
actually walk around. But when you think about walking everywhere, from think of the Ann Stevens room, all the way, 3rd floor back and all the corners and everything. It's just so hard. And the children's area. And we only have 1 staff person in that children's room in the evening. That's it. And so when security isn't there,
Corners.
So anyway, so that's kind of our, staffing and security. In order to do that, then we had to kind of take money away from other areas. And so we're trying to do this strategically too, because the friends and the foundation can help us with things, but they can't necessarily help us with
People.
correct. Yeah.
So do you have like mirrors? Like stores have mirrors like up there so you can see the corner from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I don't think we do have mirrors. Do we have mirrors around? I haven't seen them.
Cameras.
Yeah, we have
And a lot of
cameras,
it
but
is
we don't have
monitored by-
mirrors. We don't have mirrors, but that is what this,
Could the friends help with mirrors?
we might be able to get money for like
An item?
items. Yes,
Mhm.
they
Because
could
then a
definitely help
roving
with that.
person Could see in the corner, but wouldn't have to walk there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should look into things like that. I mean, we have cameras, and that is what the person in the back is supposed to be doing, is watching the
Well,
cameras.
yeah.
And then they have connections like, if somebody sees something,
Right, and all
that,
the mics and all.
yeah,
right?
they
Mhm.
can help each other out. But
Also,
yeah,
if an individual sees sees a mirror,
They-
then who knows? But maybe they'd say, oh, they can see back there.
right.
Or maybe not.
I mean, it
a
might be a
deterrent,
deterrent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. We should look into those different types of things. Those would be things we could actually purchase, like with the foundation or the friends. And the foundation did offer to, in that route, if there's anything they can do to help with security. So we're hoping that we'll actually get more than we asked for, but this was our way of, if we asked for everything that we always ask for, and then said, can you give us a staff person and a security? It's sometimes hard to because they're recurring costs, so if we put it in our operating budget to keep it there, some of these other things that we've taken away, like during the first quarter budget time period where you can, I guess, ask for additional money. We asked for security and staff, but we didn't get it, but what we did get the printing system. Well, we're thinking, well, it's probably because that's a one-off, you can just
Mhm.
pay for it and it's done. So we thought, okay, well, let's put the staff and security in the operating, and then we can ask for these one-offs a lot easier. So that's our strategy, and we'll see. We presented it to the mayor, and then I guess
Can I ask about, so you mentioned that there are many more incidents this year.
Yes.
Are they of a different sort? Or
didn't bring that with me.
just
They
general?
that's a good question. So yeah, we looked at what are the types of incidents, because when we were talking about staffing and security, we're like, well, do we need more staff or do we need more security? What are the types of incidents that we're seeing? Because if it's more of, hey, wake up, put your shoes on, that's a little different than something that is illegal, let's just say, that's happening in the building. And when we looked at it, there were a lot that were, I should have brought it there. I had this whole pie chart. What we would call like illegal, hostile, I think we have things that are sexual in nature,
Angry, yelling.
angry, yeah, we've had fights break out,
yeah.
Well, but even, I wouldn't want my staff person to wake somebody up and say, hey, put your shoes on, because you don't know how they're gonna wake up.
Yeah.
and that's the thing. It
So
does
that's a
make it hard.
security person too. That's not a staff person.
Yeah, I guess staff would be more keep it
Help me
down,
shelf the
or-
book.
Well, and it depends if they're kids or if they're adults too, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, and next time I'll share that chart with you. Is it because we kind of tag or label when an incident happens, and they could get multiple labels because sometimes it's a variety of different things, but it could be like verbal abuse, physical abuse. It could be a lot of the things happen on the third floor near the computers, probably because you've got a lot of people together in a smaller kind of area, and people kind of like what you said, what I read the incident reports, and it's, somebody made some comment to some other patron, like you're being too loud, or I don't like what you're looking at, or whatever. And then the other person gets mad, and then it turns into this thing. And we don't have security on the third floor. So that would be staff then trying to get security to come right away. Yeah. So let me see if I can take you to, I think I can scroll down here. So here's our PVR, our performance measures. And I don't know if you want me to go through all of them, but I'll highlight some of the specific ones.
Okay.
So for instance, under the collections, digital and physical, and our digital collection, well, actually our digital circulation has really increased. I'm trying to see if this is the one where it shows you. Yeah, so it says in 2024, 42% of our circulation was digital. It's grown now, and I thought somebody said it was probably like 49% right now. It's pretty high. So it's that whole balance of putting your money towards physical and digital.
Right.
Because they're used equally, pretty much 49 versus 51. And then let's see, library visits. So we're definitely going up. So it sounds like, we compare in our performance measures, we go back, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 years. But I know a lot of what we're looking at is before COVID and after COVID. So a lot of our goals are to be equal to what it was prior to then, because things definitely changed. So that's not really showing on here because we don't go back, but that's kind of what we're using our measurements, is kind of comparing that, because we are increasing a lot, but not necessarily close to what it used to be. Let's see, reference questions though, those are going up. What were they? Let me get to the computer and Wi-Fi usage. Yeah, that has, when you see where it says, let's see, APL 2019 computer usage was 103,131. That is huge compared to, so that's when we say pre-COVID. And so it really has changed. So it's going up, but not anything near what it used to be. And I don't know, Rebecca, do we have more computers then? Don't.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
believe so.
Because I think I heard like we had, how things got spread out during COVID and all that, and maybe so fewer computers, more spread out, but I don't know. It's that way everywhere though. I mean, where I came from, Louisiana, same thing, trying to get back to
New
before the-
normal.
I know. Programs, we do a lot of. Those are always good. The holds to copy ratio, so we're actually doing really good now. We changed vendors last year, and so I think that's probably why some of this was not so great. So that's reduced as far as physical collection goes, but the digital collection, we're really not doing well. So that's one of the things we're going to try to do next budget year is we're going to try to put more money into Libby so we can try to reduce that. And then I think I mentioned that Lucky Day collection where we were going to create a collection where you can't place holds on it so that when you look for the title, it could actually be there because somebody could have just returned it and and now it's your lucky day. So we're gonna try a couple of different things to reduce that hold.
I just hold multiple things and I'm usually by the time I'm done with something, then something else pops up. So I'm not ever in a read.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, and in this lucky day environment, if you find a title that you wanted and you actually had a hold on it, and you check it out, then it'll take the hold off of the one that, your hold. So then that makes it available faster for somebody else too.
Right.
So, yeah. All right, let's get to incidents though. That's where I was trying to take you to here. Here we go. Okay. And now this is second quarter. I can tell you that last month we had 25 total incidents at LUSAC. And so you can see here, just in the second quarter, which doesn't include those 25, we had 64 compared to the entire year of 2024, 58. Yes. You can look at it by branch. I mean, we did a survey too of non-library users and asked why they don't use the library. And I mean, a larger percent of them did say it was safety and security. So that was another reason why we wanted to focus on it. And next month, I think we're going to share that with you. I need to share the strategic plan too.
Yeah.
But we want to share the community survey results as well. So we have those. And yeah, so you can see kind of by branch. And this year it's really been LUSAC. We've had some at Muldoon, some at Mountain View too. We don't really get them at Girdwood. And Eagle River's gone up, but yeah, this is where we continue to have issues. Let's see, room rental revenue, so that was another reason why we could do some more things with our budget proposal for next year was because we increased our room rental revenue. Yeah, so that's nice.
Are the same people renting just at more money or more people renting?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've had inquiries though from new people, so
So it's probably
yeah.
more rental.
So maybe so. And that's at some point we want to get to where we would promote it. And
Because it's a good space.
it is
I mean, it's a really good space.
Yeah.
And in our new policy, which it's still in the hands of legal, it hasn't come back yet. We did put in there that the Raven Room would be free to nonprofit organizations or community groups, just not
nice.
for profit. And then also Mountain View too, that their room would be free. So, and then we did up the rates slightly because we hadn't done that for a while. So, hopefully there'll be a balance, but so kind of offering some people will have a more of an opportunity to access the rooms, free of charge. And then others, it'll cost a little more. So, yeah.
And the rates are really reasonable. I rented the Ann Stevens room last year.
Yeah.
And it was cheaper than any place else. Or it's a much nicer space too than many places in the city.
Yeah, I don't think we changed the rent on that one. I think we actually did mostly like the event center, the auditorium, the larger event spaces. I think we changed the price. What else? Let's see. Was there anything else about the performance measures? I mean, we're doing really well. I mean,
Clearly.
when you compare it from, the earlier, like last year and the year before, I mean, we're increasing in most of these areas. It's just, we want to compare it to what it was before, COVID. So it's like, oh, can we
So
get
this is associated with the budget to substantiate the fact that we're using the public funds well and
Yes,
should get more and. yeah.
yes. That is correct. And where our money should go too. Like
Yeah.
it helps us.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it, like if physical collection was decreasing, then it would help us to say, well, okay, then maybe we don't put as much as we used to in the physical collection, and we'll put in the digital collection or something like that. It kind of helps us in that way as well. And all our programs, well, most of our programs and the Friends of the Library support. So they're in our PVRs, that how many we do and how many people come, but
Mhm.
in reality, the Friends of the Library support our programming. Yeah.
Lots of performance measures. Ooh.
I know.
When do we hear about the budget?
So let's see, what's the timeline? I don't know, I can't remember the exact date, but sometime in October. We'll hear next. I think it's got to go to the assembly.
Yeah.
Does it say it on my budget? Let's see if it actually gives us dates on here. I can't remember off the top of my head. This is my first budget season for
Lucky
us.
you.
But I know we'll know everything in November and most of the action happens in October.
Right.
But if there's anything you want to support, I mean, we're saying staff and security, and we put it in the budget, in the operating, so.
So when you said you added a position for teen services and more security?
Yes, so we added for one additional security officer and one additional youth services staff person
Okay.
who would be mostly in the teen area, but would also help out in the children's area as well. Yes.
Anybody have other observations, questions? It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, we're hopeful.
Is your staff happy? They overworked?
Well, I mean,
Hours?
I can say that the incidents, I'm sure, get them down. That it's
Huh.
something that,
That comes up as,
yeah,
let's
it's
fix it.
just not as a pleasant experience so much, like when you're at the desk on the third floor when all this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Because that is where most of it happens. Yeah. I mean, occasionally things happen on the first floor too, and we've had stuff in the children's area, but
Third floor.
most of the
Hmm.
time. Yeah. So I think they would be happy that we're doing this, prioritizing this. Now it can say that it's LUSAC focused as far as that goes, because the staff position is here and so is the security. So we did try to focus on other parts for the branches. That's
Well, but the money needs to go where it's needed, and so
Correct.
it's not like another security person is needed in
right.
Eagle River or,
And I think they understand
Oh,
that. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the staff happy. I mean, I don't know. I think the branch staff may be happier. But that's just my perspective.
We'll send out a survey, probably not tomorrow.
And maybe
Anything else?
Rebecca can answer that.
Are you happy, Rebecca?
Yes. We have a lot of say, I just.
Yeah.
She's interesting.
That's very impressive. That's good to know.
Yeah, we have a
Now,
really good team.
They feel on the third floor.
Well, and so part of our strategic planning, we're doing, identifying our core values for the organizational core values. And so I've been going around leading these sessions and all that and kind of getting input. And I mean, from those sessions, I can say that staff do feel, like they have a support system. I mean, that is like a common theme with each other, with kind of partners in the community. That like one of the common things coming out of it is that, you know, if they don't know, they can ask somebody for help, or that we can rely on each other and we can, you know, help each other. And so one of the things I ask is, well, you know, what is a APL superpower? And I think I've got 7 different groups that I'm working with. So it's not like everybody in the same room, but most of them say the staff is a superpower. So it's like, what about the staff? And so then that's when they get into how we support each other. We care about each other. We care about the patrons. We care about, you know, so
That's good.
yeah,
Healthy
so that
thing.
is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very good.
Yeah. So,
Okay, letter from a patron.
oh, right.
Where is that? Yeah, just.
So I think this came through because Misty forwarded it to me.
Right.
So it must have come through some generic or some library email that she monitors. And then she forwarded it to me. And then so she replied to them just as a thank you, received your letter, but it actually was directed to the advisory board.
That's right. So that's what we're looking at. So, has everybody had a chance to look at
Yeah.
it? I'm assuming that, the patron is interested to know how we would feel about this, or whether we'd recommend it, or.
I guess that's what I took from it, that he wanted us to, like he had an idea and he wanted to bring it to our attention. So I'm assuming we would get back to him by saying, and yet he could be here today because he has a meeting at the
Yes, a
same
meeting at
time.
the same time.
Yep.
What do you think? Any reactions?
Mhm.
It sounds kind of like an airport lounge card,
Exactly, exactly. That's
sort of
what I
just-
thought.
Oh, that's cool.
right? So, I mean, I don't know who's gonna make the improvements, you know, to the structure and whatnot.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was thinking that the money gained, like that it would be a revenue source or something like that.
Yeah,
And that with that money you could. Yeah,
I don't think it's being presented as a revenue source, but more as a,
An offset,
yeah.
well, or as a special service
right?
to possibly encourage more patronage or something like that. Because it wouldn't, I don't know, I don't think it would, the financial benefit wouldn't seem very large.
Yeah, well.
I don't know.
I think it sounds like a cool idea in the event that everything else that the library needs was fulfilled.
Right, as a cherry on top, sort of. After all the main stuff is done, that's an interesting point of view.
Yeah, it would require additional staffing, and it doesn't seem like you're staffed at the level that you would need to be without these additional services. Is that right?
Oh, right, absolutely, yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
It is a cool idea.
Yeah, I struggle with the whole, it's it feels like a membership, you know, and then when we
Well,
say
and
we're
that's
open to
exactly what it is.
everybody
Mhm.
and
In that
now
area.
certain people who can't afford this, you know what I mean, would now be excluded and that's sort of my take on it, that.
Yeah. Can I just jump in real quick? I'll just jump in. and
Absolutely,
say-
sorry, I wasn't.
No,
paying
you're all
attention.
good. You're all good. No, I just wanted to say that I agree, Marjorie, with what you were saying. It feels a bit antithetical to sort of the mission of the library to me. You know, I totally understand sort of the need for more third spaces in Anchorage, and I sort of get maybe where he's coming from. But I don't love the idea, and like Deb said, I think it feels like there are a lot of other things going on at the library, other needs that need to be met before we could consider something like this even. So my sort of initial reaction was like, cool idea, thanks for sharing. Not at this time. But that would be my 2 cents.
But I mean, but he still could come totally to the library and still go into the room. I mean,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was trying to think of ways that we could make it more, I would say pleasant, but you know, because it sounds like he's saying, you know, he wanted like a quieter, more research focused type environment. And I do think on when we do our renovations for the 3rd floor, that's one of the things that we were gonna look at was creating a space for quiet study, also with if the Alaska room is there, then we could have maybe actual research
Right.
areas as well,
Which if you tell him there is something similar to this that we are working on, maybe,
yeah,
I mean, not the membership but you know, a space.
a space to sit and because I think he mentioned research in here. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah.
Did he say he's only not able to come tonight? Or does this time every month conflict with his other meetings?
It sounds like it always can.
Always, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the ADA commission at the same time.
the same time, okay.
Yeah.
Because ideally, it'd be nice to have him come in person and have a discussion, because we don't even really know for sure exactly where he's coming from, although he
Right.
spelled it out. But it's also a shame to lose enthusiasm of community members if he's someone who's like he sounds like he's a super user here.
I don't
Yeah.
know,
You know,
but
but-
Misty
He's
said
active.
she knew him. Yeah.
Oh, but that would be the way I'd frame a response to him, is that we would love it if you could carve out some time to join one of our meetings. And then we'll discuss in person.
And then we can let him know about the
Yeah.
changes to the 3rd floor and how we could possibly create a space that might have that same feel that he's looking for. But, you know, anybody could go into it, but
Right.
I don't know if, you know, if we create like an Alaska room type space, which has a completely different, an ambiance that's different from others. So you probably wouldn't go into it if you didn't want to be a part of that. So it's not like we would purposely exclude people, but it probably would be for serious
Yeah.
studiers.
It does have that different.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
different-
Yeah.
and it's-
So you kind of,
Beautiful and,
Yeah.
you know,
and right now they could go in there too. Yeah.
right. But anyway,
Yeah, I think I think I had some of the same reaction as Manica. I think the idea, I mean, I'm already loving this room that we're talking about. But I'm not, and so I think we, you know, I feel a positive reaction to that and to the idea of moving in the direction of, as he says, enticing new membership to the library and so on. Making it a pay to play feels a little goofy to me. And
I know.
the library, so.
It's like if our mission is, you know, to be there for.
well, I mean, but maybe there are some people that don't know there isn't, like the Ann Stevens room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So not to membership it, but to just, you know,
Remind-
market
Mhm.
it out there. Oh, by the way,
Mhm.
there's this.
Mhm.
True, and if we had more staff and security, then those could monitor it so that if there does, if there's a ruckus or whatever, that
Right.
then we can address it so that it does become a quieter.
Well, but then you're back to the whole staffing and security. thing.
True. Well, hopefully we'll get
Did, yeah.
2 bodies.
But it's nice to have ideas though, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I know. And his enthusiasm, I mean, you could feel it
Oh,
in
yeah.
his writing too.
Yeah, that's my thought is don't squash the enthusiasm.
So he wrote it to the advisory board. So do we need to reply? Like
I
did
think it's only fair, yeah.
to
I could try to draft something from this conversation, maybe between you and me, we
Okay.
could pull together, and Rebecca, from your notes, maybe come up with a group response. Would that be too full?
that sounds good.
Thank him for
That's
his
right.
reaching out.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then invite him if he can come to a meeting. Yeah.
I can't promise to do that in the next 2 weeks, though, if you want. My daughter's getting married.
Oh, very exciting.
Yay, that's good news, but it's absolutely topping me out. till-
Yeah, my son
yeah,
got married in August, so yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you,
yeah,
I know.
Okay.
I mean, perhaps, but I'm sure there are a lot of ADA considerations in the building.
Mhm.
And if he is part of the ADA commission for the city,
Mhm.
maybe one of the options would be actually doing something together. I don't, not, it seems like there could be reason for an ADA commission and the library advisory board to meet one another anyway.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm. And they meet at the same time.
Right.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Maybe so.
Any questions? Is anybody, are you familiar with the ADA Commission?
How much? No.
Anybody, I mean, I know it exists, but I'm not.
There's no commission for ADA. Sorry.
We can look at, but we will try to come up with a
Okay.
positive, and interested party response. I think it's, I mean, I actually love that you put it on paper and ask us to think about it. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really neat. Yeah.
Okay, Muldoon Transit Center, this came into our consciousness yesterday.
I
is that
know,
right?
I know. Well, I kind of knew, I mean, I didn't know about it. I didn't know I was necessarily supposed to present all this stuff to you all. So hey, I'm glad to do it.
Yeah,
So we have been meeting, there's this project committee with transit. So it's the library and transit and to work on, it's a study that will, in the end, identify a location for the new transit center, which will hopefully, the library will be a part of it in some way, probably maybe like adjacent to it, or I don't know. We haven't come up with that. So the planning right now, though, is to find the site. And so, and the timeline, let me see if I can share this document here with everybody. Put up, go down. Here it is. Okay, and I'm gonna go to,
connected to the public library.
here it is, this one. Okay, let me go back and share this document. Share. Here. There we go. Okay, so so the timeline is fall 2026 to spring 2027. So I see that as by spring 2027, they should have a site selected, a concept plan, and my understanding is at that point, then we could see what kind of funding sources would be available. I think they think that there might be funding sources outside of bonding, but whatever then is left, then they would probably go out to bond for that. So right now, they're holding these input sessions. So the community open house on Wednesday, September 24th. If you want to come and give your input, most of the input they're gathering, though, doesn't necessarily have to do with the library because they're focusing on like a good site for the location, which of course primarily is transit. So, and they received money to do this study. And so, and we are limited to a certain census tract location. So
Mhm.
I know some people were talking about, I think like a Walgreens or something that's near there. It's like, well, that's not really in the, yeah, so it's a certain census tract location. So it is kind of limiting. But apparently there are different options and the committee has gone out and looked at different sites. And so now they're, I think, getting public input so that they can help narrow it down. So I went to one session with the stakeholders and kind of heard some conversations and, you know, some things that were mentioned, was they want, you know, safe access. They want it to be kind of easy to get there. They want, like, wouldn't it be nice if it wasn't just the library who was there, but maybe other, you know, businesses or organizations? Somebody mentioned like pharmacy or medical facilities, like it would kind of be nice to have things like that. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, I mean, our goal is we want to increase our meeting room, community room space there. We want to obviously have bathrooms. Currently, the bathrooms are not with the library. I mean, they're outside of the building. And we want we want light. We don't have any windows in that building. So these are some of the things. Study spaces would be really nice. So we obviously need more square footage than we currently have. So hoping that within this site location, that's what I think will determine when the site is picked, can we fit nicely within that site? And then if the answer is yes, move forward.
So it seems like the library is the only thing specific, at least in these materials, it's specifically named as an add-on. And pharmacies and things are possibilities, but.
Right, yeah, that just kind of came up in one of the sessions that I was in.
So is this your idea?
No.
I didn't think so, but
No.
I'm interested where it came from.
Where
I
that,
think it's a transit, I think it's the buses. So I
Yeah.
think it started there and there's federal requirements for all sorts of things and there was some sort of federal requirement and it ended up in Muldoon.
yeah, that sounds about right. Am I,
Sounds
what,
like how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think the
Muldoon.
the transportation director said that, in going to their, I think they went to like community councils or they talked to people and a lot of the folks in Muldoon mentioned the library. And so it was, well, maybe the library could be a part of this. And then, because initially when we talked, it was, well, you don't have to be, but we know that there's enthusiasm but we want to be. I mean, we think it would be a great idea.
Cause I think the feds, there's something about that Muldoon area and so
Yeah.
happens the library is currently there,
Mhm.
hence. And then off to the races.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And maybe with a joint partnership,
Cool.
getting additional funding might be easier because sometimes they are.
Or more difficult.
But so, yeah, so we're all in. I mean, unless for some reason it turns out to not be a good idea for us. But at this point, it all seems like, you know, why not?
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. This does not at all affect the downtown library. project.
No, it's
So
completely
it's
separate.
completely
Yeah,
separate.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which I guess I could give you an update on that. But this was on the agenda. There you go.
Okay.
So yes, so look at all the information. They're gonna be at different places. We're gonna be at most of these places. So if questions come up
Mhm.
from the public about the library, we will be there.
Well, I'll be interested to hear next month then, because you'll have had a chance to go to some of these community meetings. It sounds really fun just to hear what people say about it.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure each group is different too, so that'd be kind of neat. Yep.
All right, look at you, all over this agenda.
What's next?
Board report.
Oh, right, board report. Okay, well, so let's see. Well, I can give you an update on the downtown library. I'm
Okay.
not sure what the last thing that you heard was, but so we got the cost estimate and it was high. I think I told you all that. But we got together and decided to move forward and we're starting kind of like, I think, bi-weekly meetings. The design kickoff is supposed to take place next week, so hopefully that happens. We're hoping to like value engineer the like the concept. There's some things that we might need to change in the plan to make it more cost effective, like to make it so that we can actually afford it. So we're gonna do some of that and then the goal is to put it out to bid. And so we won't know though until it goes out to bid and comes back whether or not we really can afford it and move forward. But we're hoping to make those, present it as something that that we might be like they could bid on pieces of it so that if we can't maybe do the whole thing, but we could do this and this and this. So that'll be all part of this next phase. So I'll keep you informed. But we're excited about it. I hope that it all comes through.
I love that space.
It's getting closer.
Yeah. it's a
Yeah,
quite
too.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very cool.
Maybe workers will just magically appear and supplies will decrease in cost and it'll be great.
Uh-huh.
Who knows?
I've got a bridge for you.
We can help.
So let's see. So there's that. Let me stop sharing.
So this might be a little bit of a tangent, but the head of the Performing Arts Center
Mhm.
stepped down, still in crisis, right? And that's right next to the space. Is there, I mean, at the city, is this in? Are those two things in conversation with one another?
My understanding is a
think so.
while ago, there was conversation. And then we got this grant, which was tied to City Hall. And so I thought it was, so we were supposed to then, if it couldn't happen in City Hall, that was supposed to be what this was gonna determine, that then we could move forward, but at the
I'm not bringing it up to contemplate it not happening
Yeah.
in City Hall so much as if there is a big abandoned building right next to the space,
Mhm.
it really shifts the dynamic
Yeah.
pretty significantly.
That's
Anyway,
true.
it just seems like
Interesting.
something to be watching.
Wow, I hadn't thought of it being abandoned.
I see what you're saying, yeah. Okay, interesting. I mean, because we also thought too, when the bids come in and we've already value engineered, like we made it the best it could be and we still can't afford it, then maybe we look at other options.
Mm.
We'd have to delay or extend the grant, but maybe we could if they had all that information to say, because it's a state grant, that we tried and it was tied to this building, we can't do it, but here's
Yeah.
plan B. I don't know.
Mhm.
Would plan B include that building? I don't know.
I don't know, I mean, that building has a lot of problems.
I
But-
see.
yeah, but
Okay.
But I guess it just, like, there's been so much writing on this, and I
Mhm.
think there's a lot of like, what is the right moment for it? And part of that, this urgency is driven by funding,
Mhm.
but there could be other factors that make the timing actually really quite bad. And I don't think that we know for sure whether or not that's the case, but it seems like something to keep an eye on.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Let's see. Oh, board report. Okay. So I guess this would be August, because we report on August for September. We had a lot of different programs. That's pretty much what went on in August. So we got genealogy, music, a bunch of different STEM ones. Coming up, well, which is currently now. So it's Library Card Sign Up Month. That's what September is. So we've been doing the Booch for Books, and I went there, and that was really cool. Such a creative idea. And also the scoops and stories. So today is I think it's your last day to vote. Today's the last day to vote.
You can
There's
vote
no
until
marks
noon
on the tape.
tomorrow.
Oh, well, thank you. You can vote
Yes.
till noon tomorrow. Okay. Well, so vote. And there's some interesting ones. So you get to pick, I guess, which ice cream creation you would like. Let's see what else. Things to highlight. I mean, budget was huge, and we submitted that, and we're doing like the strategic plan. I need to present that to you all, our strategic plan, but our work groups are just, they started and they're doing lots of things. We've got let's see, we've got a cross-training work group, we've got a historical knowledge work group, we've got a onboarding work group, we've got, I think, 13 different work groups. So
Wow.
yeah. We have a safety and security work group, and they've already proposed some different things, so.
These work groups all get together and have a free for all at one point.
Well, I don't know. So
That lands in your office. probably. Anything's happening. Yeah, I mean, the whole sort of, I walked in and thought, oh, back to school
Yeah.
kind of aura going on here, so.
Did you see the map downstairs when you came in?
The
Yeah,
Fish
there was-
Creek one?
Of the 80s, on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
very cool.
that's new. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, in his school, there was a couple, there was a little boy and his mom looking
Looking at it, oh,
intently.
that's nice.
Yeah, I walked across it today while people were staring at it. It's like, oh, sorry. It's like-
Well, we asked, can people step on it? Yes, okay, good.
Sure.
Because that's when we figured it would happen, yeah. The Mountain View has one of the 60s, or 1960, I guess, so.
wow.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know, any questions about anything on here?
It's very specific.
Yes.
There's the note about, and updating the room rental pages on your website.
Yes.
Do you have like a back end room reservation system that you plug into, or is it just a more manual process?
We do have software, I know, that that manages our room rentals, but I think what Molly was talking about here is just using the website, like not connecting our software to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Was there something that you might wanna?
So this is, I don't even know, what these, but it just strikes me that you've got this Raven Room and other resources that are free for nonprofits.
Mhm.
There's the BP Energy Center, which is specifically, nonprofits. They're looking to get space, it's
Mhm.
often booked. And like, to me, how much interaction is there between these two room rental systems that are serving the same audience of potential
Oh, I see.
room rental people, and I don't know, it just seems like there might be some either, so anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what's the name of the organization that does the other?
It's the Alaska Community Foundation, it's my organization.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's on my mind. Yeah.
And that's why you can fix IT.
Yeah.
And so I don't have anything to do with that rental piece of it, but I know the people who do work on that
I
side of
see.
things, so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we could connect?
Yeah, I mean, I can follow up.
Okay.
I'll talk to my, the manager of the BP Energy Center building.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Very
Okay.
useful collaboration, for sure.
Yeah.
Always people are looking for somewhere to hold,
Yeah.
All right.
a lunch event or a workshop or something.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's literally just down the street. I mean, they're very close together too, is the other thing.
Mhm.
So like if we were booked, for instance, we could refer somebody and vice versa. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way of doing it.
Which would be,
People just need to know what's available.
Right, right. And that's what we're supposed to do is connect people to resources. So, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you. I'll write that down on here.
While writing it down so that we'll remember.
Okay.
Any other comments on the ordinance vote? I walked into this thinking that we were going to run way over time today, but
Oh, didn't you do too bad?
so we didn't do that at all. The only persons to be heard are us. Any board comments? Okay. I wanted to say, Menica has elected to retire from the board. So this is her last meeting. And I just wanted to say, I, for one, will miss your presence, whether remote or not. I'm very glad to get to know you, but I wanted to let everybody know you to say your formal goodbyes to Menica.
Yeah, Manika, we have to get together sometime.
Yes, definitely. And thank you so much. I've really appreciated being able to serve on this board. My capacity is kind of changing, so I just wanted to open up a seat for someone who's a little bit more available to be present. So thank you all for the work that you do.
Yeah, appreciate
Well,
you.
thanks again for being here. I really do appreciate you too, and I have no doubt we will run into each other in the halls of the Lucian.
That's right.
For sure, definitely.
Anybody else? That being said, I'm going to say we're adjourned at 6:50.
All right. Okay.